Frost is my name. Frost is my name. Frost is my name. Frost is my name. Frost is my name.
Hello, everybody. Is my mic working? Can everyone hear me all right? Looks like it's working. Looks like I'm not destroying anyone's ears yet. I am just going to make this quite a quick one. I do have some things I need to do, but just wanted to quickly talk about another clone that I have received some video for. Now, this one truly does look like it is coming straight out of China. No funny business with any kind of Twitter account or anything. I'll just get this playing immediately. See, guys, the website up for the MigDIY. Accidentally mute the audio. So he begins with showing how with the MIG switch you have to do the in and out, which you could still, I guess, do on this strange clone. But I guess you can swipe the top to change the game on this one. Now, how this works, I have no clue. I don't know how he's using a swipe gesture to change the game, but I think it's pretty cool. So he's showing the website off on here. Now, I can't read any of this. It's completely in Chinese. I do have the website pulled up on my own. I'll let the video sort of play in its entirety before I swap over to that. But then you can see it does play games. The Nintendo Switch does in fact have games. And something else I find really interesting is that these guys have the balls to just directly call out MIG switch on here. So there's the video. Now I'm going to pull up. Give me one moment. I do not have as sophisticated of a setup as Nick does. Replace with that. Getting very windy outside. So here we can see the website. Now, unfortunately, I do not have translation up. But, what's this QR code? Oh, it's for WeChat. Oh, and there's their Telegram, which I don't think is currently... Now, I have also, I guess I'll also make this clear. I have been in contact with them. I've been trying to get a sample unit from them, so I will try and do a review. Now, this one will be going to me. It will not be going to Nick. We haven't really talked about this very much, me and him. He's been working all day. But I would like to be able to get a review sample of this to me. Nick's obviously going to be getting his unlock switch. I'm not sure if we will actually be getting a MIG switch 2 V2, but we will be getting the unlock switch, and we will be getting, well, I'm hoping to be getting this MIG DIY, which I got confused for a second. I was wondering if it actually said OIY, but evidently not. Now, what happens when I click on this? What does this do? Oh, it takes to the Billy video, where I guess this has already gotten 1,000 likes. Interesting. I haven't actually clicked around on this website. I don't know if I should just trust to click around or not. Now, here's the problem. 559 yuan is apparently the asking price for this. Now, I'm just going to type this into my phone real quick. 559 yuan is 80 US dollars. So, this is more expensive than the MIG switch, apparently. Now, I don't know if that's a translation error or what, but that's a lot of money. Now, I want to bring up this this question right here. Why is it so hard to give a menu? The only reason that menus have been able to exist in the past is because encryption has been easy enough to break for unsigned code. It's one thing to emulate a game card like the Stargate 3DS and like the Sky 3DS. It's another thing to get unsigned code running. The MIG switch cannot run unsigned code. There is not a way that we know of so far to run unsigned code on any of these cards. We can only take legitimate cards that have had the signing process done and all that and mimic them. Create a piece of hardware that can inject a properly signed file properly. Improperly signed files or unsigned files are an entirely different layer of security that needs to be broken, and it has not been broken. The only way we have been able to break it is with low-level custom firmware that requires extreme access to execute. And just plugging in a flash card is not good enough. The switch is too secure for that. A voltage injection exploit via a mod chip and a once in a lifetime boot ROM exploit are entirely different scenarios than plugging in a flash card. So that's why we can't have a on-screen way of selecting the games. The Gateway was able to do that because of custom firmware. It ran its own custom firmware. The R4 cards were able to do it because the DS has laughably bad security. And every other flash card is able to do it because they have almost no security when it comes to code signing. And if they do, there's an easy enough exploit that, like the PSI runs a somewhat simple exploit that allows it to show up with a menu. It's just not as feasible to do in the modern day. So definitely something to look forward to, something to pay attention to. Obviously, this is sort of the sign that this game is going to start ramping up pretty rapidly. We're going to start seeing more and more of these clone chips come around. First, obviously we have the MiG itself, and now we have the unlock switch, which has sort of been bubbling up for a while, and now we have this clearly China focused clone that has come about, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the arms race plays out, especially with this one having a swipe motion to change the game out. As we know, the MiG currently has its eject method. The unlock switch is going to have a button method, and the MiG will soon too. And this one's going to have a swipe gesture. So this could get interesting. Different clones start coming out, or different teams, now that they know that this is even possible, start developing independently. This, with things like Wi-Fi chips and whatnot, Bluetooth chips to phones, I've heard, as a menu, as a way to get a menu without having it run on the actual console. People using those multi-card adapters and using the remote for those to swap the games out. I'm happy. I'm honestly kind of getting happy with how this is turning out with all these different clones, and people like Magnus. Shout out to Magnus, love him, but he would probably still say that these are not useful, and I completely understand that. I personally, I would rather have a chipped console, but there are a lot of people who would rather just have a plug and play solution. They don't want to have to go back out, and maybe they really just want to use an OLED. Maybe they really just want to use a light. They want a plug and play solution. Completely understand why you would want that and why you would prefer to get something like this. And I see no shame in that. I do think this has a place for certain people. This has a reason to exist. It's not as good for piracy as something like a mod chip, and I know that a lot of people are going to buy this for piracy, and they're going to get their switches banned. I still think that's going to be the biggest issue that comes from these, especially when it comes to, again, people going out and buying games, dumping them, playing them on their MiG switch, unlock switch, MigDIY, unlock DIY switch MiG, whatever the hell the next card's going to get called, and selling them back and getting some random kid banned. That is something I'm very concerned about, but You know, at the end of the day, I think all of us here, if you're watching this right now, chances are that's not your plan. Your plan is to just buy one of these, maybe buy a bunch of them, maybe just like collecting them all. You know, it's like Pokemon cards. Just buy them all, collect them all. I'm personally someone who would probably do that just for fun. Uh, you know, you're just gonna buy this to throw your collection on. That's what I have with my MIG Switch. I have my MIG Switch sitting in my Switch right now, just, you know, sitting there because I know that I can just start doing the whole eject game and not have to worry about where my cards landed. So that's about all I got for you guys. Really quick one. When Nick is free at some point, we might do a bit more of a deep dive, longer video on this, but just figured I'd get this info out to you guys. And I will keep you guys updated on whether or not I can get myself a copy of this, and me and Nick can have a unlock Switch versus MigDIY arms race. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the Discord and catch you guys in